Hey, this is Johnny Beane, and here is a video. Somebody sent me a message on YouTube asking me if I could explain how to do this, and it's not really a trick. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's basically where Eddie would play hit the what do you call it? The high pitched tremolo picking, up the neck. He would do it at the end of his solos all the time. And this basically in like 81, 82, 83 Ozfest, Live Without a Net, the 89 Tokyo video, you hear this where he's playing the up the neck like this, tremolo picking, and you basically, when he gets to here, he stops, but you hear the sound keeps going higher and higher up. What that was his roadie, like backstage in the pit, turning a knob on like a rack mount delay, maybe, probably rack mount, or maybe even a delay pedal. And so it would make the sound go higher and higher and higher up, and you could always tell it was somebody. It wasn't Eddie doing it. It was somebody else doing it, backstage, and it was always different. Sometimes they got it like right in sync where it sounded great, like on Live Without a Net. If you listen to the end of Eddie's guitar solo, you hear this, and it sounds great. It's like perfectly in time and everything. But some other videos, like the maybe the 82 one, or I'm trying to think. In 81, actually, a lot of times, you would hear this, and it wasn't quite in sync. Like he would like the guy backstage was like he wouldn't turn the knob fast enough, and so he'd have to like go like real quick at the end, and it's always like, what was that? Kind of weird. Anyway, so I got a message from somebody on YouTube asking me how to do this, or what it was. I don't even know if he even knows what even it was, or how Eddie did it. But actually, Michael Anthony had this in his solo too, where he would hold the bass over his head, and the sound would get higher and higher and higher up. It's the same exact thing, Somebody backstage was turning a knob, Same exact deal. But basically, what you can do is I have it pre-recorded, so I can kind of show you with using a delay pedal. Although it's probably not going to sound exactly the same. Because this delay pedal likes to make a lot of noise. I used to have a really good delay pedal where I could actually do this really well. It was an old PV, the yellow one, from the 80s. So anyway, this is pre-recorded here, using the looper. And then like turning the knob. There we go. See, that didn't sound exactly the same, because this particular pedal that I use makes a lot of noise when you do that. A lot of cool effects. But that's basically it, really. If you even saw what I did. And like I said, this pedal isn't really that great for it, but you can kind of hear it, although it's going to be more sound, more noise than actual what I'm talking about. I just wish this light wasn't so bright. See, that's more like the Michael Anthony version, where he was lifting the bass over his head, and you would hear like all the sounds. That's actually more like Mike's version, which is still cool. So you would hear that on Mike's version. You would see him putting the bass up and down and over his head, and you would hear the sound. That's somebody doing the same thing. Somebody actually watching the way he's moving, the bass up and down, and they're just turning a knob like this to make that sound. So it's the same thing for the Eddie Van Halen version of the tremolo picking, which of course I'm sure everybody who's watching this who plays guitar knows. But if you don't, all it is this: the tremolo picking. And Eddie would use a phase 90 too. You know, like that. But here's a way that you can actually kind of do it yourself if you want. If you have a whammy, just have it set on like the first setting. And while you're doing the tremolo picking part on the high part, just make it go higher up with your foot. That's something you can actually do yourself, which I'll do right here. See? That's really it, really. Same thing, really. Anyway, I hope this video helped. I know it's kind of a lot of explaining for like one little thing, but I'm just trying to show you different ways that it's done, and you can do it. And trying to explain, what it is, really. And I don't know, maybe you've never even noticed it before. Maybe go back and watch some of those videos, like the US-Fest, Live Without Net, 89 Japan video, listen to a bootleg from 81, the guitar solo, and maybe you'll hear it now. When he's doing the high-pitched tremolo picking, you'll see his hand and it's not moving, but you'll hear the sound continuing to go up. It's pretty cool. Anyway, hope you enjoy my videos. You can like me on Facebook. Facebook.com/guitarist johnnybeane. Link is below in the description. I'm on Twitter @johnnybeane. Same deal. johnnybeane.com. All that good stuff. Alright, rock on.